Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs podcast? Welcome to the Chiefs Blitz Podcast, brought to you by ChiefsBlitz.com, your top source for Chiefs news. Our podcast is produced by Bowtie Sports and hosted by Nick Athan, Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, Hense Todd, and special contributor, Fox 4 sports reporter and anchor, Harold Kuntz. Please like and subscribe to our show. Now let's talk Kansas City Chiefs football.
All right, welcome to the next edition of the Chiefs Blitz Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Athan, along with Mr. Hense Todd, Mr. Andre Tillman, and Lou Montagna. Hey, gentlemen, it is Super Bowl Friday. Hope you had a good week. We will conclude this week's show talking about the free agents the Chiefs should retain, and also about Super Bowl, 60? Dang.
Yes, sir.
Dang, 60. Woo.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of decades, man.
Yes,
it's a lot of decades.
A lot of games. And yeah, the Chiefs still aren't playing football, and
yes.
I guess we won't be playing again until the preseason. But yeah, I guess it'll be interesting to watch different teams in there. No Eagles, no Chiefs, and no Niners. So yeah, but the Patriots are back.
No Bills.
We'll get into that, some predictions, look at some game matchups and see how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, before we get started, let's talk about our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you want the best game out there, Super Bowl weekend, you're going to have so many different chances to play this game on Sunday. It's pretty simple. Just set up your account. Make sure you use the promo code Chiefs Blitz. You can play 5, get up to $100 in bonus entries, and just make sure that you are eligible in your state. You can also do college basketball. The Jayhawks are rocking right now. So that's why I'm sporting my Jayhawks, because since the Chiefs are not in the Super Bowl, I got to go to plan B. And anyway, you can definitely play college basketball. I don't know about the Olympic stuff yet. I haven't looked today to see if you can play the game on some of the Olympic events. So we'll have to kind of wait and see how that works. But nonetheless, there's your opportunity. Make sure you put in the promo code Chiefs Blitz.
You are a true junkie if you're looking for action on the Olympics, I guess. But hey, plenty of opportunities, and it is the prop opportunity of prop opportunities. We talked about it on Wednesday. The Super Bowl is just a bonanza for all sorts of props. I'm guessing, I didn't look into it, but I'm guessing that Underdog may have some specials running just for the Super Bowl in terms of contests and other things you can do. So it's really cool. It's not as stale as just saying, okay, I want the Patriots to win, or I want Seattle to win. You can find a way to make money, and it'll be interesting. It'll keep the game interesting if you really don't have a cheering interest in either team. So
we'll see. All right, there we go.
So we got a lot of stuff that's that's happening. Like y'all watch the awards, the show for the
NFL honors, I believe they call it. Hence, they've been doing it for a while. But I was I was fired up for the NFL choir. I didn't know there was an NFL choir.
Didn't know. I didn't even know it was on last night.
At first, it was like, who was the guy that went from Minnesota to the Colts? Not Cam Bynum, maybe? I don't know. One of those guys that they get like 4 or 5 guys. They do a dance. I know Kirk Cousins was involved, but the choir. The boys had some pipes.
Nice.
Hey, what up, Sam? What's the word, man? What is the deal?
I want to ask the older guys. Do y'all know who some of the performers was last night? Did y'all know?
The guys in the choir. That's what I was looking for. I thought they were going to list who they were. At least put their names up and say these are the guys. And they made a big deal of it. Trevor Lawrence announced them. They say, hey, okay, and these are the guys. I didn't recognize anyone. Did you? I don't know.
Did Trevor get to do something in February finally?
Wow, Nick, what was that? That was.
Let's give a big shout out to Larry Fitzgerald. Let's give a shout out to Larry Fitzgerald.
That wasn't necessary.
Larry Fitzgerald, man, one of the best all-time receivers. One of the best all-time receivers in the game, man. Shout out to Larry, man. A real titan at that position. A real titan.
Pitt Panther, Minnesota native, so a lot of connections around the league. think his father was a longtime sports writer in Minnesota. I guess he was a ball boy when he was a kid there. Very special.
Hey. He got more tackles than drops. I'll tell you that. Ain't that amazing? More tackles than drops.
Maybe that's the reason he had less drops, because the balls were intercepted that were going his way.
Hey, listen, Nick. Any quarterback throw him the ball, he's catching it. So there's no excuses. That's why he's so great.
Somebody listed all the quarterbacks that he played with, and you're like, how in the hell did this guy produce at such a high level? I mean, outside of like Kurt Warner, Carson Palmer,
Skeldon,
I don't even know. Can you make a case? Maybe like for a few minutes, Kyler was pretty good, but
Cobb, remember Cobb from the Eagles? We got Cobb. Cobb threw him a couple passes and whatnot, man.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this:
he's making my point. I think.
hell yeah. It's all good, because this is where you look at a guy that there's no excuses. If you were out there, he's going to heat your comfort. You know what I'm saying? You can count on Larry Fitzgerald. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, man, his character on and off the field was amazing.
Yep.
And they definitely should have had a Super Bowl there. I mean, you just said two of the most iconic plays in Super Bowl history, and they both went against the Cardinals that day, right? The throw to Santonio, which is just the sickest thing you ever want to see. That's filthy. The catch, the throw, everything. And then Harrison, knowing that he's got to house that thing or time's running out, and he did it.
I'm gonna give you another one. Larry Fitzgerald, before the Santonio Holmes play, he set the tone. It was beautiful. It should have went Arizona's way, because that catch to the crib. And remember this, Lou, that fourth quarter, he dominated that fourth quarter.
He dominated. He had I believe the best postseason of any wide receiver ever. That particular postseason, he dominated the whole thing. It seemed like every game he was well over 100 yards. John? I think he may have hit close to 200, in one or two of them. But yeah, Fitzgerald, that was a no-brainer. Drew Brees, no-brainer. Kuechly was going to be iffy just because of the length of time that he played. But hey, for the time that he did play, he was the best at his position. So it was cool. And to see Roger Craig go in,
good for Roger. He deserved it. Long overdue.
Luke Kuechly, to me, is kind of like a lot of people ain't giving him his proper respect. But to me, I put him over Ray Lewis, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I put him over Ray Lewis, man. If he would have really stayed in the game a little longer, man, it's a no-brainer for me, because the work ethic off the field, the film study, the man was everywhere, man. I mean, the man, you act like, man, he was in the offensive huddles. You know what I'm saying? So
it's hard when you play on a team that, like, for most of the time he was there, they weren't like really, really good.
Yeah.
Now Fitzgerald was able to, raise himself above that, and so was Kuechly, obviously. But because of the fact that he was, now Larry's career spanned almost 2 decades, which again is another feather in his cap, that he was able to play a skill position for that long. But I like the class. Vinatieri going in, that was pretty cool. But it just seems like these guys are going to be under that cloud that Belichick and Mr. Kraft got snubbed. Over and above that, these guys were first ballot. Those two guys that supposedly were no-brainers get snubbed because of the process.
Belichick getting snubbed, I agree. Belichick getting snubbed was crazy.
Yeah, that was no good. That made no sense to me.
Yeah. Hence, what did you like about the show?
Well, I got to see my one of my favorite performers of best rappers that ever get to do it, ever brace the stage in E40. I got to see I got to see him perform as well, man. Had the crowd going, had a at the age 60, I think he's 60, and he's still out there.
He's got to be up there. He was back in our day. That was he was a thing. And how about Bijan spinning? Was the DJ for the night. That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was awesome too, and also watching Matt Ryan me and him and his kids, Matthew Stafford, I meant to say
Matthew Stafford. That's pretty cool.
Him and his daughters up there. So that was one of the great moments for me as well. So, hey, if y'all missed it, go back and watch. I think it was one of the best ones I've seen so far.
Not bad. John Hamm did a pretty decent job. Some of the jokes you weren't quite sure how they would hit, and especially when he was trying to poke fun at some people in the audience, and it's specifically Jerry Jones. But he did give him props for the thing in Landman. That they were in the same scene together.
That was a great scene.
Yeah, he gave him props for that, but then also kind of questioned the Micah Parsons trade. So that was pretty funny. But but the MVP vote was close. It was by one vote. It was one first place vote. Stafford had 24. Drake May had 23. I think Josh Allen had 2. I don't know who got the other one. Might have been Christian McCaffrey. I didn't go down the entire list, but because you vote for 5. And you kind of put him in descending order, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He lost by 5 points. So that was it. That was the one vote. So it was got to be one of the closest ones ever. They've been a couple of ties in the past, but it was pretty cool though. You're right, Hense, to see him up there. All 4 girls were dressed identically. That was pretty neat.
Yeah,
that was cool.
So with that said, we got Fact or Cap today.
Uh-oh. Yes, sir, folks. That's right. You know here. What time it is. It's Friday, and we have the special Super Bowl edition. It's a big game. I don't know if we're allowed to say Super Bowl, but just in case, here you go, folks. Here, just cuff me now. Sorry. But I'm going to keep saying it anyway. So it's just a special Super Bowl edition. I'm not going to necessarily go fact or cap. I'm going to give you a category. You tell me who that person is going to be. So, guys, sharpen up those pencils, sharpen up those brain cells, and let's do this. First, leading rusher in the game, Kenneth Walker III. Fact or cap?
Ooh.
I have to say that be a fact. I thought, but yeah, I'd say there'll be a fact. I think there'll be a no-brainer. Him to showcase any plus. He's in the Super Bowl. You need to show what he can do. Also, he's gonna be a free agent next year, so contract years undefeated. So yeah, I'll just say that would be a straight fact. Woo. So what you had to say, Nick?
I'm gonna go the same way. I'm gonna go fact 100%. He is one of 2 running backs I'd like to see the Chiefs sign in the offseason. He and Breece Hall. So I'm going to go fact, drive that price up, and hopefully he'll be in a Chiefs uniform next year.
I'm going to go cap. I think with the New England front, what they've been doing, I'm going to go cap. I think they're going to shut them down. I think they're going to go ahead and keep them under. So I'm going to go cap on that one.
Who do you think it's going to be, Coach?
Henderson. I think Henderson takes
Travion?
Yeah, I think
he's a rookie. He hasn't got the ball a lot this during the playoff run. Ramondre Stevens has been doing it, but you want to go for a dark horse? Maybe look for his odds on.
Play that on underdog.
Yep. Okay, leading receiver. How about this one? How about Stephon Diggs? Fact or cap?
Ooh,
I have to say there will be a cap. I say no. I don't think he was. Gets that secondary. No. With the Seahawks in that front, I've been saying it since the this preseason. I thought that defense was going to be lights out, and they proved me just right. So I have to say there will be a straight cap on my end. I think that Diggs is not going to be a factor in this game. Or the Patriots in their offense. So man, I would say there'll be a straight cap.
Who do you think it'll be?
I'd be what's his name? I can't say his name. JSN. I think he'll
you sound like Drewski. Jigba and but he was trying to be funny, I think. And then finally he just said JSN. So yeah. What do you think, Nick?
You know what?
Stephon Diggs. They're probably playing from behind. He's going to get a lot of looks.
Yeah, I'm going to go cap. I think for Diggs, all the disappointment playing with the Bills and not getting a chance to get to the Super Bowl, he finally made it. I agree with you, Lou. I think there's going to be a lot of third and fourth quarter passing in this game. by the Patriots because they're going to have to come from behind, I think. So I think Diggs will end up being the number one most yards in this game. A lot of it's going to be in mop-up duty when the Patriots are playing a lot of zone and cover 2.
What do you got, Coach?
Man, I'm going to go fact. I think Diggs does go out there and handle his business out there because they're going to put Diggs in a slide. They're going to put him in different positions and whatnot. So I think Diggs is going to go out there and show his worth and show who he is and establish himself as the best receiver in the Super Bowl.
If I told you last year before the game, Chiefs are getting blown out, but Xavier Worthy's going to go for 170 yards or whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously they're not the same type of player, but my thinking there is that I think Seattle probably is going to run the ball a lot more. New England's going to have to pass it a little bit more, and I think he's going to get a bunch of yards that aren't going to really mean a lot. But anyway, Diggs is my guy there. Okay, defensive player of the game. DeMarcus Lawrence, fact or cap?
I have to say that would be a strong cap. I don't think that's happening there. I don't think DeMarcus Lawrence going to come out and show off like that. So I have to say that'll be a strong cap for me. What about you, Nick?
No, Hense. If you say cap, he needs to give us your guy.
I just say fact. Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
What the hell is it? What? What are you flipping? What are we doing? What are we doing here?
He's got no plan B. That's all.
Can you just name another defender, man? Just
hey! I was trying to think of a name and try to set up y'all screens at the same time.
I know you like Nicky Manwari. He did get hurt in practice this week, so I don't know how his health is going to be. But I'm gonna put words in your mouth, Hense, and Hense is going to say no, Lou. It's going to be Nicky Manwari.
All right,
Nick.
Well, what do you say, Nick? Let's go.
I think Nick's an excellent choice, but I'm going to go fact. I think Lawrence is the best defensive player on this football team in the game in the Super Bowl. He's going to have a monster game. I think.
Coach,
I'm gonna go Gonzalez from New England. I got Gonzalez locking up JSN. I got him locking him up because he's been doing this thing all year quietly. I think Gonzalez go ahead and take that, man. I think Gonzalez is the guy.
The reason I threw Lawrence up there is that it seems like the Patriots tackles are struggling a little bit. Mm-hmm. And Lawrence, not that he's the best defensive player, but I think he may have the best matchup. And I think if he gets like 1.5 sacks, 2 sacks, that might be enough to kind of differentiate himself over maybe a defensive back and especially if you don't get interceptions. It's really a subjective thing. So if you fill the stat sheet a bit, so that's why I'm going to DeMarcus Lawrence. MVP, this one, I don't care how well anybody plays. Seattle wins. I think the MVP is going to be Sam, no matter what. So, factor cap, Sam, Darnold, Hensley.
I have to say, I'll say that'll be a fact. I think that, it's going to go quarterback. It always does. And I think that really needs to be changed. But yeah, if it's going to be one of the quarterbacks. So I got Seattle, so it had to be Sam.
Yeah, this is Sam's big FU moment to the teams that didn't have a lot of faith in him. And Seattle did, and he played spectacular this year. Played hurt down the stretch. He is going to be the game's MVP, and he will bring Seattle its second Super Bowl on his shoulders.
All right, Coach.
I say cap. I think Diggs. Man, I'm going to go receiver. I think Stephon Diggs take it. I think Diggs go out there. He gets MVP.
So you think
this going to be his game, man.
All right.
It's going to be his game.
Yeah. All right. So, I'm going to say who should win the MVP. I think it might be somebody on Seattle's defense, especially if they win. I think it's only happened once that a player from the losing team won the MVP. And Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was linebacker for the Cowboys way back in Super Bowl V, Chuck Howley. They lost on a field goal against the Colts.
That's right.
Jim O'Brien, I believe, was the kicker, number 80, if memory serves. But anyway, he's the only one that's like from a losing team. So if Seattle wins, I mean, it could easily be. I mean, Leonard Williams. It could be it could be DeMarcus Lawrence. Like I said, if he gets a couple of sacks or one of those inside guys, like I said, Leonard Williams can do it. So, but I think Sam's going to get it, and it'll be one of these Disney stories or whatever. All right, and this is a little off the beaten path, but most likely to score at least one touchdown.
Ooh.
Most likely to score at least one touchdown. In this case, I am going with JSN. Fact or cap?
I'll say that there'll be a fact. And also, can I add a person in there?
Absolutely, Hense.
Sure.
I think Nick, the rookie going to seal the game for Seahawks, just like the Patriots did with them at the goal line. It's going to be just like that. It's going to come down there.
Other way around.
Run it there. It'll be the other way around. It's going to be Nick Riley, the rookie safety, taking it to the house for a touchdown or a game winner.
Okay, all right.
Game winner.
Yeah, I'm going to go fact. I mean, he's the best, one of the best offensive players in this game.
Offensive player of the year.
His postseason work has been outstanding. He's the guy to watch on every pass.
Better than Marvin Harrison.
Wow.
Damn, Marvin, Trevor, these guys just taking strays.
We're just taking strays today. Hey, when Chiefs aren't in the Super Bowl, what do we care? So
I ain't worried about none of that talk.
Yeah, I mean, I like Demicio's response of Kenneth Walker, but I'm a fact on this one.
So
what do you
say,
the question, Coach?
So
most likely to
likely
score a TD.
Most likely, man.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Booty. I think Booty, man, from New England, man. He'll probably have at least one. I'll give him at least one.
I think that would be a good long shot bet.
That would be a great long
for
shot
any of those receivers like Pop Douglas or one of them, because they do spread it around pretty well. So that would be an interesting one. I would love to see what's going on Underdog and see whose odds are best. And hell, I mean, you can go deep. I mean, there's some live bets that were huge. I don't know. Yeah. Again, I claiming ignorance here. I probably should do better research in terms of Underdog.
Ignorance.
But just to see, if there's some live betting, you can get in on that. And then finally, the game. I think you can tell by the guys that I'm touting in all these sections that I'm leaning Seattle here. So Seattle wins the game. Fact or cap?
They say there'll be a fact. Seattle wins this game 38-20. I think it's going to be a straight blowout. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Oh, it's not going to be that high a score. No way.
38
not a chance.
Let the offense get kicking. You got the best receiver in the game. You got
weather's supposed to be decent. So
yeah, weather be decent. You know what I mean? It's going to be bombs over bad days. So I feel Seattle has come out and get this done. Plus the defense at front seven and that secondary is locked down. So Mike Vrabel, good coach of the year, great opportunity. You got the team here. You did what you need to do. The eggs is going to be laid in the Super Bowl.
All right, I'm going to go fact, but it's not going to be a high scoring game. Definitely take the under in this game. I'm thinking this is going to be a very low scoring game, 17-13. Something like that. I think it's going to be a defensive standoff. But I think the Patriots have gotten to this point probably a year, at least a season early, and I think everything's just fallen in place for Seattle and their quarterback and their team. They're just playing at a level that's so consistent right now that I'm thinking it's a low scoring game, but I got Seattle, so I'm going to go back.
John also is giving out the under, so. Yes. John, you are on record going under.
I think Vrabel will go out there, man, get his fourth ring as a coach. I think when y'all discussing about clutch genes and I feel like the New England way is what y'all gonna see Sunday, because their defense is a bunch of no names besides Gonzalez, honestly. And if you look at that offense from Booty to Diggs to Henry. They just know how to shoot, move the ball around. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't focus on one individual, man. I think New England goes out there and impose their will and go out there and put Drake may gonna put the world on notice. So I got New England taking that, man.
All right.
Man, whatever, Ninja Turtle.
What's that?
I said, whatever, little Ninja Turtle. We'll listen to what he's talking about. Hey,
now the turtles are taking shots. None of these guys got involved, and yet here they are catching strays all over the place.
Hey, I have to say this. So, did Marvin Harrison and JSN came out at the same time?
Ohio.
Yep. Who's the better one, though, right?
So the thing is, because I heard what y'all said earlier, but when you got Mike LaFleur with him now, a guy that's detailed and know how to use the personnel
right now.
No, wait. Know how to use his personnel wisely and detailed. Yeah, Marvin Harris have a hell of a season.
Yeah, Mike. Okay, hold on a second. Mike's been fired from 2 OC jobs in New York and in Tennessee. So again, he did touch Sean McVay. They have spent time together. Maybe they've even dripped some sweat on one another.
That's but here's the thing, though.
Pump the brakes a little bit. I think they'll be okay.
His brother Matt LaFleur over there. Now look, we know we talk knowledge, right? We talk knowledge of the game, right? And it's all about the personnel you have, because with the Jets, come on now. What they had was with the Jets. Who was the receiver? Who was the quarterback? You know what I'm saying?
The Ohio State guy, Garrett
was bad. Right.
Garrett Wilson.
Right. But who else did you have over here? Who else did you have? The quarterback was unproven. But what I'm saying is this. They got in Arizona, they got all the weapons. Everything you want. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge that LaFleur have and the personnel we got, money.
We keep bringing up Marvin Harris, and I don't know why. He hasn't been an especially good player yet. Since he's been in the NFL.
We had a bad OC.
How about a bad quarterback?
Brissett been sweet. I don't
tell you what, Hense.
Brissett been sweet.
Let's sprinkle.
Did you see the stats?
Let's sprinkle some positivity on the Chiefs fans that have tuned in that don't give a rat's ass about Arizona right now, and show us some.
Mahomes is overthrowing Xavier Worthy running out of bounds.
Don't you have
Worthy running out of bounds?
Hense, don't you have the mute button? Where's the damn mute button? Why are we doing this?
And then the effort's not there. The chief of the Chiefs.
Guys,
what are we doing?
Y'all open up the can, and I'm going to go ahead and finish my meal.
What are we doing?
For the Saturday
Let me finish my meal.
So, Hense,
I'm just
please sprinkle some better times, some happier times for Chiefs fans.
Y'all went at me. Y'all went at me.
Roll the videotape.
Y'all went at me. So I'm going to finish my plate.
Roll the video, Hense.
All right, guys. This is a video for me.
Sit back and relax. Some happier times. Hensley at a Super Bowl that turned out pretty well for the Arrowheads.
Hey, so I was talking to Pat, and I asked him, what do you have to tell the younger kids that try to get to where he's at in life, and this is what he said. Patrick, what you think if you could tell the younger kids that's trying to learn what you're doing or growing up trying to do what you're doing, the younger kids when you're younger?
Yeah, I would say continue to follow your dreams and continue to work hard. Even when it doesn't look great, continue to follow those dreams and work, because it's not like I had a lot of offers coming out. It's not like I was projected to be a high draft pick. People told me to quit playing football when I was in high school. So I just continue to follow my dreams, worked hard, and now I'm sitting on this stage.
All right, thanks. Yeah, that was one of them.
Why the hell have we been sitting on that for 3 years?
He didn't win. He didn't win the Super Bowl after that. He didn't win the Super Bowl.
Yes, he did. They won the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl.
That should be in our intro. I don't what's going on. You know what, Hense?
I take that back. You're right. They did win. They did win.
Yeah, they did win after that. He gave
that was in Arizona, right?
By the help of the football gods.
Somehow Forrest Gump gets within 6 feet of Patrick, and we have video of it, and we're sitting on it.
It was a good question too.
Yeah, what are we doing? Put that in the intro from now on. Come on.
I will. There will be an intro, and also I sat down and talked to Frank Clark about.
We missed Frank.
I don't miss Frank Clark. I don't miss Frank Clark.
And I got Noah Gray and all them guys as well. So that's going to be going out, all weekend. So
I miss D Ford.
All right, Dre. Here's Frank Clark.
Also number 55.
For the younger kids that's growing up trying to in our community, just trying to do something like what you're doing.
I think it's very important in our culture that that kids understand the importance of just being you. It's okay to be you and be a kid. And not to grow up too fast, not to want to be like none of these rappers, not to and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a rapper, but there's a lot of things and negative portrayals that's portrayed in rap and stuff like that a lot of our new generation is grasping to and taking hold of a little bit more than the average, the past generation. So I feel like these kids got to understand that it's not that it's okay to not be the coolest in the room, and that it's okay to be educated. It's okay to go to school and get good grades and still, be cool outside of school. And, it's okay to be a baller and to be smart. You don't got to have this stigma that I'm a football player, I'm a basketball player, and that's all it is. It's okay to play other sports. You know what I'm saying? As a black man growing up or as a black woman growing up, you don't got to just play the typical stuff that we taught to play or that we told that we're great at, the basketball, the football. Go play tennis. Go play some other stuff. Go play golf. I want to see more golfers, more tennis players. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the message. It's okay not being the coolest person in the room. It's okay not having, the most money. It's okay not having guns. It's okay, loving on your lady. It's okay, loving a black woman. It's okay, loving your parents and appreciating your parents. It's okay having a dad in the home with you growing up. All of these things are okay. And for the people who don't think it's okay, for the people who, want to portray the image that, I got to live a type of lifestyle that, I see on TV or I see these other people living, that's a goofy. At the end of the day, man, you got to smile and be appreciative of what you have, whether it's good or bad. That's all going to shape you to be who you are anyway. You know what I'm saying? Before I had chicken, man, I was the same person. That's why everybody loved me. That's why everybody appreciated me. That's why nobody can't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm the same person. I know I look at everybody in the eye, whether it's a coach, whether it's my mama, and whether it's my daughter, with the same look. Because they know.
Coming out.
Frank had a lot to get off his chest.
Yeah,
that was good. Interesting. I mean, it was a great response. Great question again, Hense. Interesting that he brought up guns. Yeah, he might have had some issues.
This was prior to that.
But everything else. Great. Goodbye. Sometimes you need to follow your own advice.
Just a little flashback since the Chiefs are not in the Super Bowl. A couple of interviews that Hense Todd did the Super Bowl 57, where the Chiefs beat the Philadelphia Eagles for the first time.
Now, were those locked in some kind of vault, Hense? I mean, were these like the lost archives?
No, I just got busy. I ain't had time to work on all of them. So I got Noah Gray.
I got you. All right.
Trip McDuffie, Travis Kelce. So all those guys, was
actually in retrospect, this is probably the perfect time to do it because
you would have thought the Chiefs was in the Super Bowl.
Kind of an ugly end.
You know what? That's more interviews that I've watched in the last 2 weeks. Leading up to this game.
But good deal. Good interview, partner.
Well done, Hense.
Nice interview. Well, hopefully we'll be Super Bowl 61.
Well, hopefully. I wish it was this year. I know we all do. I wish it was this year, but
you know what, guys? I've enjoyed the break. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've enjoyed the break.
Well, don't forget to tag Frank and Patrick when we post this. So
Nick is lying. Nick didn't enjoy it. You can enjoy this break, Nick. I don't know why you're lying with
it. Other than that, talking with Travis Kelce, that was before the Taylor Swift thing. He was talking about, him growing up in Cleveland and stuff like that. So
Cleveland Heights, man. Cleveland Heights.
Maybe also I got one with Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, those guys as well. So that would be coming. Other than that, man, hey, we're gonna talk about the current free agents. It's gonna be out there for the Kansas City.
Only got 2 rings there. What happened to the third?
Hey, that's the only picture I could have found, sir.
All right,
go.
We got a lot of content, Nick. Just okay.
Okay, it's all good. All right, read up, Lou.
All right. So looking at this whole board. Do we have a board? I'm guessing.
All
right. So we have
enhancement.
So I guess the bottom line is the Chiefs have a lot of internal free agents. If in case you missed it or been sleeping under a rock, is this the best coaching staff Andy Reid has ever assembled?
I think we talked about this last game.
Yeah, and I thought we were
get the right questions, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, forget what it says. Forget what it says there. We're going to be taking a look at this roster and everything else. We've been talking a lot about the draft, and everybody has an opinion on the number 9 pick and whatever. Yeah. And some people, they'll even, go down to 40 and some of the others. And we've done our mock draft so far.
And the offseason officially starts Monday.
We'll do plenty more. But the Chiefs had a pretty significant draft class 4 years ago, and now a bunch of those guys played out their 4th year. Anybody from the second round on 4-year contracts. So guys like Bryan Cook, guys like Pacheco,
Jaylen Watson,
Bryan Cook. Who else are we looking at? Leo
Watson, Leo.
Right. So there's a lot of, and then some other guys as well. But I guess we're just going to take a look at each one and say, hey, yay or nay, do we bring them back? And maybe just for the sake of this, rather than have the conversation go towards salary cap and everything else, let's just assume that they do have some salary cap money to use and whether you want this guy to come back. So let's do that.
All right.
So if you have to choose between, why are we choosing just between 2 guys?
We're going to do different guys.
2 guys.
So if you're going to, well, because then it always becomes, it's almost like the Hall of Fame. Well, see, this guy. Well, I want both. I want to keep both.
Okay, then that's your take.
All right, so gun to your head. You can only keep one, pure talk radio question. Jaylen Watson or Bryan Cook? Nick.
I don't think there's any question it's Jaylen Watson. They have to keep him. I think they can get him for maybe a 4-year deal, about 55 to maybe 60 million. I think he would take that in a heartbeat. Give him maybe 35 of that guaranteed. I think he's one of their most valuable defenders. I like Bryan Cook, but he's been injured a couple times pretty seriously in his tenure in Kansas City, though he did come back last year and play really, really well. And I was impressed with his performance. But as one of the probably top free agent safeties that's going to be on the market, there's not a big class. And I think he's going to be the first safety off the board. He's looking at $17-18 million a year. And I think there'll be a team that'll pay it. But for me, if I'm Brett Veach and I'm prioritizing the secondary, you have Watson, you sign, seal, and deliver him. You've got Noah Williams, you've got Kristen Fulton, and I like that mix. I like that combination right there. I think Fulton's going to have an outstanding year next year, and I think we're going to see the best Noah Williams that we've seen to date. He was pretty good last year, but to me, Jaylen Watson is their best outside cover guy for now, and I think they have to make him a priority. He has to be, I think, number 1 of the wish list of the potential free agents right now, because the cornerback position has a little bit of question mark.
I have to say Bryan Cook, even though I gave the kid a lot of trouble. I did all year. I was on this
all
kid.
You
back.
Did was ride this guy. Now you want him to get paid?
Yeah, he proved it to me. He proved that he could be one. He played at a Pro Bowl level, I would say, this year. I say he played better than Watson, because what I see was CD Lamb and my boy okay, we get on Pickens. What Pickens did to both of Jaylen Watson and Trent McDuffie that game, I don't want neither one of them on the team. If you get beat by 2 guys like that all game, it was terrible. When you say 2 guys,
when you say 2 guys like that,
yeah, like the top of the guys.
two of the top 10 receivers in the
league. Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to.
They weren't just some guy, third or fourth receivers, deep on the depth chart. I mean, they got beat by some pretty good guys.
Yeah, but if I had to choose one of them, I had to choose Bryan Cook because Noah Williams showed what he can do. You got a lot of guys that's coming out this college round as well. So it's a lot of guys that's going to be up rising corners this year coming out the draft. So. You got Noah Williams, and you got the other Christian on the other side. They look good. They looked good together as well. So, do you gotta pay Jaylen Watson? For me, they look like they need more safety help. So Bryan Cook showed that he can do that. He's not probably gonna be asked for the top of the market safety money.
Of course he is.
The contract will be more cheaper than Watson.
No way.
I said the contract is more cheaper than Watson.
I'll bet you Smokehouse Barbecue on that one. Not a chance.
All right. So here,
hold on, real quick. Go ahead,
Coach.
Here's the thing. Looking at for the past 2 years, who's more consistent? You would have to go Jaylen Watson. Jaylen Watson had some mishap against the Dallas Cowboys, against the best receivers in the NFL, two of the best receivers in the NFL, right? So I give him a pass on that one in a sense. Even though you are a DB and you should hold your own, I give him a pass.
But come on, he held his point. If you
look at Cook's been out of place, man. He really found his dude this year. You know what I'm saying? He kind of found his groove a little bit. But when Jaylen Watson's number is called, he has been exceptional. He has been playing very well. So I would take Jaylen Watson over Cook.
Yeah, the money's going to be a lot less for Cook than it is Watson. And it may just be as simple as everybody needs corners, 3, 4, 5 that can play, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a lot more difficult to find those guys than it is the safeties.
Right.
You just look at some of the safeties that might command some money. Reed Blankenship from Philadelphia, Cameron Curl from the Rams, Andrew Wingard from Jacksonville, Jalen Hawkins from New England, and then maybe you put Cook after those guys. I think Bryan excels if he's like a box safety. I don't think you want him playing free safety. Now he's improved at it, but the way the Chiefs play the position, you need a guy that is very versatile and can do a few different things. So it's hard to compare the two, and I guess that's what I was getting at, is that two significantly different positions. So if you're saying that, okay, we think Noel Williams is good enough to start, we think Christian Fulton's good enough to start, we're not sure about what we're going to do with Trent. If we are going to move on from Trent, then I think you have to take the cheaper option and then go ahead and keep J Watt, and then maybe even draft another corner or two. So that's a tough one. I just think Jaylen Watson, because he's a very good outside corner, I don't think he's going to make Pro Bowls or anything like that, but he's a very good outside corner, and he's not going to command 25-30 million per year. I think that's the way you go, and then try to figure out the safety position either through the draft or one of these other free agents that is more apt to the free safety position.
Yep, I agree.
But looking at Travis Kelce, Hollywood Brown, and all these other guys, Kareem Hunt is going to be out there as well. Which one Brett Veach can't let walk if Travis Kelce don't retire?
Well, Travis is coming back. I don't think there's any question about that now.
I don't think he's coming back.
I think the announcement will be here pretty quick here, probably the next week or two.
He was there last night.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that he didn't announce it today on his sister-in-law's podcast. But I think Travis is definitely coming back. I think Kareem Hunt's got a pretty good chance to come back on a 1-year deal to be the thumper back for Eric Bieniemy. I think in McCullough, if McCullough is officially signed for certain, but those would be the priorities, for the non-A-list guy. Well, I mean, Travis is an A-list player, but for that list, I can't see any reason to bring Pacheco back. So I think I think they need Kelce more than I think fans realize for the transition to when he's no longer on the roster. and that is to work with the heir apparent, whether that's Wiley, a draft pick, the kid from Clemson. His name is escaping me, even though I talked about him all season.
Coach, you know his name?
Yeah. Anyway,
or sorry, did we wake you? Jake Brenningstool.
Jake Brenningstool.
We need to get Coach on with Harold and see which one can stay awake the longest.
I'm listening to Nick because I already got my breakdown. I'm thinking about my breakdown.
I think there's a name to watch for the
Chiefs. You got
to
get these guys some Ambien.
All right, hold on. I think there's a name to watch in free agency. I think Isaiah Likely has a good chance of being a Chief, and I think you pair him with Travis Kelce for a year to help teach him this offense so he can be the heir apparent. I think makes a lot of sense. I can tell you, I believe, and I've been told that there's interest on both sides if that's one of the free agent directions the Chiefs go. He wants out of Baltimore, and I think he'd like to play with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce for a year and play with a real quarterback and see what he can do. So to me, I don't think they can afford to let Kelce walk at this point. I think if there's a way to bring him back.
Too.
What's that?
Lamar's taking a shot now too.
Well, he's not that
play
good.
With a real quarterback.
I don't want to talk about it. He has done nothing in the postseason.
Nick be asking for the smoke, boy. Nick be asking for the smoke, boy.
He's got what, 3 postseason wins?
We're not here to argue the merits or whatever. The dude's been MVP.
Come on, Nick. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about the Chiefs, Nick. We're talking about the Chiefs, Nick.
Rings, that's all that matters.
He's pretty good.
Anyway, go on. That's it. I don't think you can judge. You can't judge a guy in the modern era.
All right. So Nick, after all that word salad, who's the one player that they can't afford to let walk?
I think it's Travis Kelce. I think they absolutely need him back.
All right, good.
Me, it'd be Leo Chenal, man. Leo Chenal, I had a whole list, what he did on defense and what he doing, what the kid, brought, from Wisconsin and, all the way to the NFL. The kid was, he got the Chiefs to the playoffs, about the block field goals and everything else like that. The kid played ball. I feel like this kid is if he was used properly.
That's the key.
Is it used properly? I think you can get a JJ Watt. You can get a good
used properly yet.
He haven't, and the Spags did that all year. Spags did that all year, not to Leo Chenal. He did it to Noel Williams. All the some of the guys that got held back. Maybe they said they want to hold them back because this year is not going to be our year.
Yeah,
and we're just going to try to get a high pick. But other than that, if I'm the Brett Veach, I'm not letting Leo Chenal walk out the door, even though he's probably going to be asking for the bag. That linebacker core, I would try to keep together.
I'm gonna definitely say I'm gonna piggyback off of you, bro. I'm gonna say Leo Chenal too because we seen the talent, we seen the athletic ability. We seen when you put him out there going against tight ends, he can make plays. You know what I'm saying? He can cover, he can blitz. You know what I'm saying? He can pass rush. He has everything you need in a linebacker, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like this: you can't afford to let him go. Everybody else, Isaiah Pacheco can run through walls and shit. If you look at like I said, I like Jaylen Watson. I really do. He is a good DB. He is a good DB, right?
All right.
Travis Kelce situation, man. I think he is coming back, but do you really need Travis Kelce? No, not for real, because I like Isaiah Likely. If he had the opportunity to come over here, I think he would be a great replacement. Mm-hmm. But Leo Chenal to me is a guy I would love for Veach to keep because the sky's the limit for this young man. I feel like he can be a great piece on that offense. On that defense.
Who is this Leo Chenal you guys speak of?
I don't know.
No reaction.
No.
Okay.
I've
been talking about Leo since they drafted the guy. Okay. I mean, come on. Holy crap. Is it even close? This kid, I swear to God, I mean, if they don't re-sign him, you're going to see him potentially get signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's going to become that next outside linebacker in that scheme that just blows crap up for opposing offenses. I think maybe the Chiefs would do well to use him a little bit more often as an edge rusher. Maybe they stand him up, whatever. He's the most athletic guy on the defense. I don't care what position you are. I don't care defensive backs, linebacker, whatever. He's the most athletic guy they have. He's the most skilled guy I think they have on defense. So I truly believe that this kid, again, let him play. You're going to see what they saw, what the scouts saw in him when they drafted him. So I'm not sure what it is with him. I mean, he certainly knows the scheme. They have him playing like 4 different positions, but they haven't put him on the field. So I think it's going to be telling to see what happens. Again, I think I've said this 100 times, what happens with Drew Tranquil, because I know he's got another year left. It's probably an easy one to get out of. It's probably not a lot of dead cap, whatever. If it means keeping a younger guy that's going to play for the next 5 years for you where Drew is not, I think that's a much better value proposition. So
yeah. He and Jeffrey Bossa on the field at the same time might be.
So yeah, it just again, he will again. Leo is going to show up somewhere, and everybody, oh man, he never did that for us. Well, hell, put him on the field and give him a chance. Come on,
Leo. There's room for you in Arizona, my guy. There's room for you in Arizona, my guy. So that's all I'm saying.
But outside, but as far as the other free agent, outside of Devin Lloyd, I think Devin Lloyd will probably, if the Jags don't bring him back, that kid is going to get paid.
Yeah.
Leo hasn't shown enough to really command that kind of money. Now, is he worth it? Absolutely. But in the market, I don't think he's elevated himself to be able to get that kind of money, which that's what I say is it's going to be a bargain.
Right.
His second contract will be a bargain.
Yep, but looking at Thornton, Hollywood, you know what I mean, those two guys going to be sitting out there. You know, Thornton already said on I think on Radio Row this week that if he does come back to the Chiefs or any team, that he want, you know, more targets. He want his fair share of targets,
and deservedly.
And
gotta earn them. Gotta earn them.
He did earn them, Lou.
What do you mean, Lou? You talking about you got to earn them, Lou? What you talking about, man?
You've got a new offensive coordinator. You've got a new wide receiver coach. I think everything is on the table for the entire crew. So I think the opportunity he has is awesome because those guys aren't going to come in with a preconceived notion of, okay, this guy can do this guy can do that. No. You show us, prove it to us right here on the OTA field, on the
Lou,
summer
has
ball.
Thornton been earning his keep all season? He's been earning it. Like he's been doing
that. Could very well be, and I don't. I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is you have changes in 2 major parts of the offense. The actual coordinator is a different guy.
Right.
The wide receiver coach, different guy. I'm sure that was part of the reason that they did that. Was to get fresh voices in there to allow
look at that catch.
More guys like this an opportunity, or at least to show number 4 and number 1 that it ain't just going to be handed to you. And the same for number 80 here, but he has that opportunity to do it with the Chiefs. So I think that's what makes it a unique opportunity because he's not going to walk into another wide receiver room and command the same thing that he might in this one.
But we don't know because he won his targets though. He
won't make more money anywhere else but Kansas City.
I don't know, man. I got faith in Thornton. Thornton showed me a lot, even in the off season, man. You know what I'm saying? Practice going into the season. We show how consistent he is. He's a deep threat, man. When given the opportunity, he can go out there and make plays. Man.
We'll find out.
Right. Well, I think we're making 2 different arguments here. The argument that I'm making is that the fact that the coaching staff has changed, that's where I'm saying he's going to have to prove it. Right. I'm not saying that he hasn't so far, but I don't think anybody in that wide receiver room you can look at and say, well, they have a guaranteed spot outside of the money in their contract. That maybe they'll have a spot on the team. They'll have a spot on the team, but they're not locked in. I don't think Xavier's not locked into his spot. Yeah. She's not locked into his spot. So there's some open territory there that you can, hey, I'm showing you every day I'm better than this guy, then absolutely, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, we probably, one guy, that if EB probably banged the drum for is going to be probably, his old leading rusher. and Kareem Hunt. You know what I mean? Maybe Kareem Hunt come back, be, you know, the veteran in the running back room. Maybe, you know what I mean, Eric Bieniemy say, hey, I still think Kareem Hunt can still, you know, get it done. Or maybe Isaiah Pacheco. Like I said, maybe Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Maybe Clyde Edwards-Helaire is y'all hero in a different number. Next year, he probably be a number 27. You know what I mean?
I believe it. I believe it, though.
Next year, give me 27.
I think somebody hijacked our show.
And
so if Clyde Edwards-Helaire does get his opportunity with
he's not coming back
next year, and then he goes out there and runs for almost 1,800 yards with 15 touchdowns, averaging about 6.2, averaging about 6.2 a carry. I mean, what y'all gonna say then?
He has a better chance of retiring than signing another contract.
I'll be a full-blooded Seahawks fan.
And if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. So
that's right.
I think
hopefully they're shaved.
I think Kareem Hunt, regardless of who the coaches are, I think now he has earned a spot as the short yardage guy. They've kind of, I don't want to say perfected that part of the game, but it's pretty damn good.
That was the best part of their offense.
He was pretty successful at that. But you're not going to make a living, you know, running 2 and 3 yards a carry. So that he will have a spot. There is a spot for him in the running back room. Pops, probably not. Right? Clyde, more than likely not. I mean, I would be shocked. So Burchard, I think they're going to give him every opportunity to, again, prove himself, because you're going to have 2 top level running back coaches, and there's not going to be any excuses, right? So then it becomes, all right, what else do they bring in? Is it the draft? Is it free agency, and so forth? But in terms of just this particular discussion with guys that are on the roster, I think Kareem is really the only one that has a role that's defined. And if he's willing and they can come to terms on a deal, I think he has a spot on the team. It's just not going to be the lead back.
Yeah, Kareem and Smith will be the guys before free agency starts. They'll be on.
Go ahead and see what D has said, Drake.
They said Pacheco coming back. I actually wouldn't be mad as long as they still bring more guys into the room with him to compete. But again, when you got EB now as one of the best running back coaches in the league, man, I don't see why not, because he may turn them around.
Well, I thought he was one of the best offensive coordinators in the league.
That too, and that's a specialty though, Nick. His specialty is being a running back coach.
Do we really want to go down that rabbit hole?
We've been there before. See, Nick wants the smoke, man. Nick, if you open up the can, Nick,
I have to get rid of the CEH Pacheco could be back kind of thing. So I have to move this on,
man. Nah, honestly though, Dame, for real, if they was to do, if Isaiah Pac was somehow stay with the coach of EB, you're gonna see a different Isaiah Pacheco.
Do we feel like people like the fans are all of a sudden doing a 180 where that was like the biggest weakness on the team was, you know, lack of explosion from the running backs and everything like that. Now we're talking, well, maybe this guy could do it. No, if that's the weakness, right? And his contract is up, you're not going to give him a raise. If he goes out into the market and no one offers him maybe what he and his agent are looking for, and all of a sudden, you know, the Chiefs kind of come up empty in free agency, maybe they don't get the guy they want in the draft, and they're kind of in a bind and need somebody on a 1-year deal at the veteran minimum, okay, then maybe. But other than that, you're going in a different direction. You need a certain type of back.
Yep.
Somebody that is more elusive, somebody that's a little bit, you know, can read blocks and be a little bit more, I don't know.
I think AB putting foot in some ass, man. I think they put a foot deep into Isaiah Pacheco's ass.
But
you're going to see the best, man.
But I think in 4 years we've seen what he is, what his style is, the way he's going.
He can be explosive. Don't get me wrong. He can be explosive. He can. I'm not going to say he's horrible. He can be explosive. But I feel like with the right coaching that EB's going to bring to the table, I think we'll see a different.
The running back room will be better. But
yes, exactly.
I think it will be with some different faces. Okay. elephant in the room. Not necessarily. I don't know if it's an elephant in the room. It's certainly out in the NFL room, out of nowhere, or maybe it's not, but out of nowhere for me, Jeff Stoutland is walking away from the Eagles.
I seen that. Yeah.
I mean, arguably the best.
I will carry him on my back.
Offensive line coach, in the NFL over the last 5-10 years.
Right.
Every single player that you ever hear. I mean, Jordan Mailata was openly weeping that he was leaving. Jason Kelsey, same. Everybody that's ever played for him. You might see who was it? The guy from Oklahoma, big dude, the right tackle, 65.
Wanye
for the Eagles.
Yeah.
He was the Chargers now, ain't he with the Chargers?
No, right tackle with the Eagles right now.
Talking about it ain't
he's like the best right tackle that's played in the last 20 years.
Johnson, you talking about
Johnson?
Was it Lane Johnson?
Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson.
Yeah, my mind went blank.
That's okay.
Yes, Lane Johnson talking about retiring. So is there any way? I mean, this is the only time, and that I've kind of taken up for Andy Heck in the past, but is there any way that maybe he gets like coerced into retiring and Coach Reed kind of reaches back into that Philadelphia?
That would be something to see. That would be something to see. That would be something to see, boy.
We've got some young guys.
Yeah.
Kingsley and Simmons. Hell, the rest of them are still pretty young too. And then some of the backups, if you want to put Issa Pohl, I mean, Jordan Mailata was an Australian rules football player, rugby player, whatever, and he turned him into an all-pro.
Yeah. You whatever it takes. I mean, listen, this is a chance for Andy Reid,
that could be the biggest free agent signing.
I think
there's no salary cap.
I will say this.
There's no salary cap for that.
If Andy Reid had the guts, to replace, to make this switch at offensive line, the Chiefs would instantly become the betting favorites to win Super Bowl 61. Hands down, no question. This would be the biggest offseason move they could possibly make. It's a no-brainer. You got Brett Veach, a Philadelphia guy. If I'm Brett Veach, I am pounding the desk with Andy and say, listen, you got a golden opportunity here. Yeah, that's provided he wants to come to Kansas City. He's not quote unquote retired.
You don't have to restructure anything.
You don't have to do anything.
You can pay him as much as you want.
Other than just say to the current offensive line coach, appreciate you. You kind of hinted you might want to retire after this year.
Now, the only thing is this, because it sounds like that maybe he was being shut out in terms of offensive game planning, and maybe the OC and Sirianni. Well, regardless of what I'm saying, that's kind of what he was saying. So now, how much
like him one bit?
How much of a voice is Big Red going to give him, if that were the case? But the bottom line is that would be, I think, one of the biggest free agents.
That would be the best move if the Chiefs was to get him on that line. Oh my God!
Because you parlay that with the upgrade at running back coach,
drafting
wide receiver coach, the offense. Again, not that we're going to become this running team, but it's going to be a hell of a lot more efficient.
Efficiency. You got EB, then you got him, and then you got, oh my God. Hey, I can see it happening.
So Brett Veach, put on your selling shoes. Somebody get an Andy Heck's ear. Retirement is a beautiful thing. You could go watch your son play.
Damn everybody else. Bring me that coach. Bring me him. Bring me him. Damn everybody else.
Before we close out, I had one more free agent that I said that I think, the Chiefs would probably take a shot at, and I would love to see him with the current free agent, wide receiver coach, and that's Hollywood Brown. He didn't have that much time in, Arizona. He did what he did in Arizona. He did what he did with, Baltimore. But, hey, put him with this wide receiver coach and give him one more shot. One year, not no big deal. Just like $1 million, $5 million deal, and see what happens. If you still have that spirit there. So I know y'all probably don't agree with me. That's why I was.
All right. That's your guy. That's all right. That's your guy.
So with that said,
if they stay in that smallish receiver mode, then maybe if they strike out with some other guy. I mean, they obviously, I think, would be making some decision about Hollywood before the draft. Yep. And if he's still available after the draft, again, it would be one of those things where, again, he would be a hell of a lot more valuable to the Chiefs only because he's been here for a couple of years and theoretically knows what the ins and outs of the other. But again, the offense could be complete. I don't want to say completely different, he'll be a Buffalo but Bill. A lot different.
He'll sign the opening weekend with Buffalo.
So I think Joe Delaney, a.k.a. Kareem, and whatever other name he uses out here trolling for that number 9 pick. Whoever, best player available, Kareem, whoever's there, best player.
There you go. It's only one player going to be there, man. It's going to be Jeremiah Love.
Well, we'll see. All right, that's going to do it for this edition.
Love me.
That's going to do it for this edition of the Chiefs Blitz Podcast. We'll be back Monday. It is the official start date of the countdown for the 2026 season. The Super Bowl will be over, and we will focus on the draft. We will focus on potential free agents. We'll
not going to Australia
because these 3 guys here, they do their homework. I just guide the show.
Not going to Australia, Nick.
I'm not saying you have to go to Australia.
No, I'm saying the Chiefs, are not going to Australia.
No, they're not going to Australia. Thank you very much to the NFL part. San Francisco and the Rams?
Yeah.
Are going to be, which makes a whole lot of sense. So anyway, I do that. That leaves the Buffalo Bills new stadium opener. As if Mahomes is going to be ready, that'd be the game. Anyway, guys, appreciate you all. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Super Bowl 60. We all got our picks in. I think it's almost unanimous. We're going with Seattle. It should be a good game.
Except for me.
That's right. I
said almost unanimous. You are the almost ununanimous.
Love it. Love every bit of it.
So you are 25% of the team, and you're outvoted 75 to 25%.
I'll take that all day, Nick.
We're going to take it all day long. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back on Monday. We'll break down the start of the offseason. Maybe we'll throw in a mock draft again. Who knows? We'll see.
Peace.
Loyal to the team, every victory we slay. Chiefs Blitz Podcast with a real fans unite. Every touchdown.